Okay, so very briefly, I'm just going to go back over some of the art pieces that we already looked at. We started out in the H Hall with the screen portrait around the corner near the Trinity Garza Cafeteria Center area. And bullet point very quickly, we said it wasn't very soothing. It wasn't the right place for it because hardly anybody goes over there. The lighting's very poor. The frame is very poor because we were able to move it when we touched it. Okay, so we're moving on to like our third piece. I'll go back and talk about the second one, which was near the writing center in just a second, but this is the third one. It's located kind of near a classroom. I don't know yeah, it's literally like a couple steps away from the writing center, so we're just gonna leave. It's the same hallway. Questions?
Can you find any correlation between the artwork and the Department of Education where you found it?
Nope, not at all. This art has nothing to do with writing. I mean, it could be interpreted as having, or I guess you could use it as like a metaphor, and metaphors have to do with art because there's like this little monster with a mask. And when you're writing, it's kind of like you're writing with a mask. You don't really know who the author is, until you crack open a book and start reading those dead trees. Anyway. So, next question, please.
Do you think that there's an intentional placement for any of the art?
Not this art in particular. I think they were just, to be quite honest, trying to fill up blank space with a little color, which is much appreciated. It's very pretty. I like the greens and stuff that has it going on. But no, I don't feel like there was an intentional placement for it. Next question.
Why do you find it so?
Well, it's kind of hidden. It's next to a table where the chairs are facing away from the art, or where the excuse me, or where if someone were sitting, they'd be sitting, with their back to the, with their back to the art. So it's not really being noticed. The objects around it shows that nobody really notices it. Okay, next question.
What do you think of this location?
It needs to be moved to a higher traffic area with like pieces of like color, and maybe then, people might stop and look at it, but where it is now, nobody's gonna look at it.
Does this art seem out of place to you?
Yes, it does. It's kind of a comical piece in that you have these little gremlin looking things with very, childlike facial expressions. And the whole scene that's being played out, it gives off a very, funny, light vibe. However, other pieces in this hallway, it doesn't match up. Next question.
Is something just too silly, too abstract for your taste, right?
Vulgar, no. Silly, yes. It's so silly, but I love it so much, and I love the colors and the textures that it has on it. It just looks great. Is that all?
Did you find art that was poorly framed, poorly lit?
Poorly lit, again, yes. Poorly framed. It's on a canvas, and it's kind of raised from the wall. So I'm gonna give it a smooth okay for frame, but it needs better lighting.
That's all I have for you today, Kirsten. Thank you for taking up my time.
Yes, thank you for the interview session. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? All right, moving on to the next art piece.
Pleasant. Why do you think so?
That's
And the
okay.
neon makes it
Okay,
better.
yeah.
'Cause
So
it pops
the
out.
question was, some of the artwork on a Mountain View is intentionally made to be decorative and pleasant, not necessarily to convey meaning. So we go back to what I said before. Look at the floor. This is not a nice floor. And yet,
All right, it is not a nice floor.
that environment, that atmosphere that we go through of not nice is broken gently by a colorful piece of artwork with gentle sloping curves.
Huh. Yep, when you put it like that, that's
Not
pretty spot on.
demanding of any higher level of processing. This is something I can see and visually appreciate without thinking into it. It doesn't have to convey meaning because it is in essence visually attractive.
Yep. The parts that make it so visually attractive, I guess, are the bright LEDs in primary colors. We can all identify blue, red, and yellow. And it just stands out. I don't know what else much to say about that. You pretty much said it all. All right, next question.
Do any of these artworks seem out of place?
Well, yeah, but like I said before, maybe that goes back into the pure intention of the art. Is that maybe everything is supposed to be washed out and not too nice looking, so this stands out. Because if we put like pieces together, like several more neon signs, it wouldn't stand out as much. So, yeah, next question.
Is some of it just
You might want to wait. You might want to wait.
Yeah. Oh. We're watching the trick-or-treaters walk by. It's very cute. Aw. I hope they do the selfie thing. That was too cute. Man, I want some candy too.
So what class is this for?
Art appreciation.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep.
Maybe I didn't put enough inflection in that. Oh, wonderful.
I mean, our teacher's pretty cool. But she's alright. She's really funny sometimes.
It's a very general statement. Would you say that you in general like modern art?
Actually, I do. I really do like all types of art.
Specifically, I know it's a general statement, but give me a yes or no answer. Do you like modern art?
not all of it?
What about you? I'm with you. I don't like it. Two parts to art: the technical and the abstract.
Yeah.
The technical is my ability to move my hands so precisely that I can create detailed images. That's the technical skill. The abstract skill is how clearly and how well and how much meaning I convey in that art.
Yeah.
When you combine the two, you get good art. Now, either one can make a good painting. It could be a painting of a landscape with no more in-depth a meaning than to be attractive. And yet I drew it so well, it's a great painting. Or it could be a collage of colors where you can only barely draw a humanoid figure. But he's set in some surrounding where it's very clear his intentions are. So despite not having great technical skill, I still conveyed meaning. And that is a great painting. I find that a lot of modern art nowadays, and I can point out probably a dozen examples here at Mountain View, contains very little to no great technical or abstract skill. So no, I don't like modern art in general.
Well, I like the process behind. Well, yeah, everyone's a critic. I like the process behind it. Just create, just because you can. But yeah, like you said, not all art is good art. All right. So, what was that last couple questions?
All right. Is some of it just too silly, too abstract for your taste? Try it, go over it.
To be quite honest, I think this piece is a little too abstract for my taste. Like I said, I interpreted it as a duck when I first saw it. I'm literally not gonna let that go. I looked at it for like 2 seconds. I was like, "That's duck," and they're like, "No," and I was like, "Oh." So for me to like completely mess that up and not get anywhere. Are you good? Did you want to take a look at it? I mean, it looks like a pretty thick
It's
case.
Schrodinger's laptop. It is now both broken and not broken until she opens it to take a look.
Oh man. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Did you want to say?
Yeah, you're all right.
Ah, you're good. Is it turned on? It turned on? We're good. All right. Back to the question. This art is a little too abstract for my taste. Next question.
Did you find the art was poorly framed, poorly lit?
It's literally neon lights, poorly lit. It's good. However, framed, I'm going to say it's also good. It has its own little corner with, leading information about it. Reclining Figure by David A. Ditter in 1989. Yep, it's good on all accounts. Yep, next question.
That was the last one. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Glad to waste your time. All right, and on to the next several pieces.
Thanks to your guests.
Oh yeah, thanks to our guest, guy in red t-shirt. You have a good one. All right. All right, let's go find some more art, you guys. Okay, continuing on about the installation or the library and media services. Next question. Or what was the question you just said? Because I think I missed it. Why do we find it soothing?
Yes.
Something about like even space lines. I don't know. Something.
I think something about like the twist and the even lines and how.
Yeah, it's all very just attracting because lines, like we discussed in the class, kind of makes your eyes move in the direction that the lines are going. And so the installation starts on like the ground floor and these lines twist all the way up to the ceiling, and then as your eyes move up, you can see how like big this whole space is. It makes how large this area is stand out because of how big the installation is. And it thus makes it kind of soothing. It feels kind of roomy, like you can just sit back and relax and just kind of breathe because of all the space. Okay, next question.
What do you think of this location?
I think this is probably the best location for it, again, because there's so much space and there's so much traffic. Everybody stops and looks at this at least 2 to 3 times a day when they're on campus, really more than that. Because the library media service is kind of like right in the middle of the W building. So yeah, next question.
Does this artwork seem out of place to you?
Nope, not at all. Well, sort of, kind of. You would think that installations like this would be more towards like the engineering area of campus if we have an engineering area, or like towards welding. But they put it near library and media services. Kind of quiet area with a loud piece of artwork next to it. Okay, next question.
Is some of it just too silly, too abstract for your taste? Trite, vulgar?
No, not at all. I found it very minimalistic, and because it's so minimalistic, I don't know. I really like it. I don't know about you guys.
Did you find art that was poorly framed, poorly lit? This one in particular, did you find it?
Nope, it is brightly lit. You cannot miss this unless you're literally blind. You can't miss this artwork. All right, next question.
That's all I have for you today. Thank you for wasting my time.
So that pretty much concludes our presentation. We're gonna go to a haunted house and, enjoy ourselves for the rest of the day. Given my luck, we're probably gonna go first early in the morning. So I hope you guys have a good one. And this is Kirsten from Art Appreciation signing off. Okay, thank you, Kayla. Bye. I want to give a bonus thank you to our guest star, whose name was Zach, that I originally called Red Shirt with Protein Bar and Mouth. Thank you for giving us your tidbit information on the reclining guy. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.